go. Sure. There's one for the best. That's functional there. Is it here? Looks like it. Okay. Oh, come on. All right. There we go. Hello, World Wide Web. I'm Dr. Shado, the internet personality that's here, and welcome back to Euro Truck Sim 2. Got 300,000 euros, so I'd really like to get a new truck, but okay, couple of points of whoa. Hello, officer. Couple of points. Number one, the new update reached Euro Truck Sim 2, so the new physics and everything, they're all in place. Yeah, I know, and all the annoying tooltips are also in place. I tried to see if the one thing that seemed to help to make sure that the chat boxes kept working also works for just putting them on here for YouTube and Twitch. I'm hoping it does. I'm not 100% sure. There we go. First on YouTube side. Okay, how are you? Hello, Country Shape. Hello, hello. I gotta raise that up. That's a little bit low. There we go. Got the chat boxes up where they go. I mean, ups and downs. Things have been going okay-ish. I'm a little bit further behind than I'd like in the image generation department for Comic Chronicles Revelation, but I'm not super far behind. It's just, I did put a very large workload on myself, and, well, I gotta make the dang things. Or generate, anyway. But yeah, right now, my order of business in Euro Truck Sim is to try and get a new truck, but they had the new patch drop, so I was able to get a free fast travel anywhere I wanted. I decided up in Norway, as far north as I could. Glad you haven't seen Predator Wasteland. That's fair. Whoa, whoa. I mean, I still gotta watch Predator Badlands. But Predator Wasteland, oh my god. Low fuel level, uh-oh. Okay, I didn't realize we were that bad on fuel. We should find somewhere to fill up. Is that a gas station? I hope it is. No, it's just an agricultural place. Fuck. Well. Agro World. Oh, jeez. I don't know, it's a farm. A lot of times places that have, like, leaves and green I associate with gas stations that are trying to pretend that they're not gas stations. Got the opportunity to go to the Predator Badlands cast and crew screening on the Disney lots. Was a lot of fun. Awesome. That sounds fun. Okay, so we're low on gas. We need sleep soon. We desperately need to find a real rest station. Okay, there's a rest stop, but do we have gas? We can sleep, but can we refill? Well, that's one thing. Let me check. Are we that... Okay, we got real gas coming up. Let's just keep driving. Or do we have sleep along with that gas? I should probably check. No, we don't. Oh, yes, we do. Okay, jeez. Scared me. Hello, Barely Coherent. Hello, hello. Yeah, some Asylum movies, like, they all kind of... I still haven't seen Iron Lung. But they are... Asylum movies are all kinds of... all... And thank you for this sub, Annabus. Thank you. Thank you for the Prime sub. This, I didn't fix my headset quite right. It's pressing real hard against my forehead. And slightly cockeyed. That's the downside of having having pancake lenses and having a very large sweet spot. You can throw your headset on in a really uncomfortable, janky way, and you can still see fine. So, when it comes to like Fresnel lenses, you don't really worry about that because you have to get it so fucking precise to be able to see anything at all. Like, it doesn't matter if it's comfortable or not. That's how you see. That's how it stays on. Okay, good. We're almost at our gas station. We still have a little gas left, and we got... Where the hell is my... 12%! Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out where the hell the gas gauge was on this thing. My Australian twin. I mean, I know of beat-em-ups who is... I wouldn't say he looks like me, but he does have the long hair and the goatee and the brown hair, and he is Australian, and he lives in Texas, so, I mean, that's gotta count for something. Oh, crap, wrong one. Here we go. All right. I forgot to check one thing. Something that I've had to do a lot of times. Oh, good, that's fixed. Something I've had to do a lot of times every time I turn on Euro Truck Sim that I forgot to do today, but I might still have to, so I gotta check. Gotta check my graphics settings, because a lot of times it's been just resetting, and it's not supposed to, and I even checked my NVIDIA settings, and it's still... Okay, it's set fine. Oh, I should set that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. Well, when the NVIDIA app updated once, it just was trying to optimize my trucking games graphics profile, so I'd have to change it every time because it would set it way too damn high, and it would run like absolute ass in VR. Ended up finding out that's what it was, went in, turned off the optimization, and was able to fix it. But, for some reason... For some reason, the, Euro Truck Sim had been doing that for a while, where it just kept changing it to, like, 300% scaling, and causing all kinds of major issues in VR. And I went into my NVIDIA app to check, and it was not set to optimize it, so... I was like, what the hell? It kept doing that, so eventually what I did last time was I turned on optimization and then turned it off, and it looks like that actually worked because it didn't set it to 300%. It's back to not. So it was set off, but it was set on, so I had to turn it on so that I could turn it off because it was on even though it was off. So in order to turn it off, I had to turn it on and then back off again. Yeah. No left turn. Motherfucker, I'm gonna left turn all I fucking want. There's only left turn. What the hell was with that sign? What is with Europe? I don't understand these road signs. Blonde hair instead of brunette. Man, I am I've seen guys that have hair kind of like mine, but they're blonde, and I am jealous as hell. Like, it looks so damn good. Like, fuck! Why did I have to be cursed with brown hair? Any movies I'm looking forward to? I'm concentrating on my backlog, as it were. I still gotta figure out what this summer's summer special is going to be. Last year we kind of missed one. Truth be told, the beginning of I Know What You Did Last Summer was kind of a final attempt to try and have some summer special, because I didn't have much time at all to get anything else out. But at the time I had started working on the I Know What You Did Last Summer review, if I had kept the schedule going from that point, I could have gotten the rest of them done within the summer, and it would have been the summer of I Know What You Did Last Summer. But that didn't happen. But I still reviewed the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. So I just paced it out a lot more after the first one failed to get even released in the summer. Hello, Masaku. Hello, hello. Now, I tried to see about getting a delivery heading up north, but unfortunately they didn't have one. So, like, not from the city I was at. So I was like, okay, well, we're just gonna drive these 400 kilometers, find out what trucks they have for sale there, get a new Betsy, and then get going on our next Euro adventure, because we're going to need to save up €500,000 in order to get the next garage and then truck. There we go. Some of Chinese monster movies. Can't say I can think of too many Chinese ones off the top of my head. It's always interesting to learn about non-Japanese kaiju flicks. Classic British kaiju. Sadly, there aren't really many available. At least 9 that you know about that are available in the USA. Oh, speaking of available in the US versus China, with the release of the Convent Chronicles Revelation demo, there's been the phishing scams and scam bots and stuff that have popped up and sending emails to my business email and all that stuff in regards to Convent Chronicles Revelation. And it's kind of hilarious because you got these emails that speak of the visual novel in the most vague ways, talking about how amazingly impressed they were with it and how we can work together to make it, so much bigger. And it always breaks down to, we can guarantee this many wish lists for this much money. And it's like, you got wish list bots, don't you? You got... This is like paid for likes on Twitter, isn't it? East from 20,000 feet.
But it was all just a dream!
Hey, thank you for the Prime sub, Lady Knight. Thank you, thank you. 24 months, 2 years. God damn. But on the topic of weird fishing stuff and available in America versus available in China, I had a phishing email from a person claiming to be representative of Chinese distributors, and they swore up and down that in Convent Chronicles Revelation demo, there is some gameplay there that could really resonate with the Chinese audience. And that was just kind of hilarious to me because, well, you know anything about Chinese censorship and Chinese laws in regards to entertainment, you know that a good 95+% of Convent Chronicles Revelation is illegal in China. And there's a reason why these big companies who put out all these forward-thinking progressive stories also just so happen to delete all of the forward-thinking progressive stuff out of it when it comes to releasing to the Chinese market. The reason is because they're a bunch of money-grubbing assholes who don't actually have any kind of, like, artistic vision or give a flying fuck about any of the things they're saying at all. But the second reason is because they can't possibly release it that way in China because it's just straight up illegal. Yeah. No, WoW had to do a lot of changes to get permission to retail to the Chinese players, yeah? Yeah. But it's like, even something like Arcane, famously, the ending of Arcane, if you look up the Chinese ending, it is pretty much completely different. It's the same shots, it's the same characters, but it is redone and edited in a way to completely remove any and all romantic implications whatsoever. Like, it's just gone. Now, you might be thinking, how the hell could they possibly do that? Well, just look it up. You'll see. It's like, wow, they did it. Those crazy sons of bitches, they did it. But you got other examples of that in games where you have Spider-Man 2, for instance, where they had the pride flags all over New York. And then there was the big stink about the Nexus mod that removed that. But then when you break it down, it's like, what did the Nexus mod actually do? Oh, it just activated the Saudi Arabia version of the game. The modders didn't create New York without pride flags. The developers did. Just, you know, to sell it to people who would make it illegal to sell the game with the pride flags. Now, I'm personally of the opinion that if you're going to say that this is a very important aspect of your story that absolutely needs to be there in order to, like, take a stand for what's right, maybe don't fucking rip it out just because you want to make $5 more. Just an idea. Hello, Jack. Hello. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in Convent Chronicles Revelation that absolutely would not fly in China, and I have absolutely no intention of ripping it out to try and appease the Chinese government and make $5 more. The suds, that part, kind of. More in the stuff that happened after the movie. Okay. Going to go from Borne to Skarberget, I guess. Let's say the best ones are Snow Monster versus Ice Shark, Serpent of Death, a Land Shark, Deep Sea Mutant Snake, and Python Island. The other four that aren't as good but still entertaining are Curse of the Kraken, Creatures of the Mist, Monster Python, and Deep Sea Python. A lot of Python in there. I'm assuming that the Python ones are all kind of the same series, the Python series. But yeah, I was referring to the stuff after the movie in Comic Chronicles Revelation. Okay, we got 67 kilometers to get to our destination city, and then we gotta find where they sell the trucks. They are separate, they just happen to have Python in the name. Well, that's just great. This is like Tycoon all over again. Python Tycoon. Oh, these windy-ass European roads. Yeah. I still read a chat when playing in VR? Nah. I just make really lucky guesses. It's kind of like a AI LLM. I don't actually understand anything, I'm just an autocomplete. Very convincing, though. What's funny is Monster Python literally has the same plot as the new Anaconda movie starring Jack Black, but Monster Python came first. Did they know, or is it just that generic of a plot? Okay, 19 kilometers to hopefully buy a new truck. And put this one away. Get ourselves that garage filled, and then we can get back on the road with a load and make the Euros. Yeah, I'm not sure this is a garage dealer up ahead. It was the first question mark I found in this town, so it's what I pointed towards. Also, this is a very nice looking town, gotta say. Promise to stay in the initiative plans, do not censor anything, do not bend the knee. Oh, absolutely. Volvo. Oh, good. They make good-ass Euro trucks. I don't like the trucks in American Truck Sim, but man, I love them in Euro Truck Sim. They have some powerful trucks with great fuel economy. Okay. It's fine. We just... Okay. Gotta get there Tuesday at 8-ish. where can I sleep? There. Okay, we got this. If we drive off and take a nap, probably twice. It's 8 to 18, so 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 8 to 18. Okay, whew. Just get on over there, take a nice little... That's a bridge! Okay. We are dedicated. Dedicated to getting this truck. Stop. I am hitching something fierce. At least northern Norway is beautiful. We're like in the Arctic Circle at this point, or very close to it. It doesn't seem like... I mean, this is summer. It's always summer in the trucking games. Yes, truck. Panic. It's fine. Turn off the panic. There we go. All right. So from 8 to 18. It's 7, okay. Time to turn the fuck around. Snow Monster vs. Ice Shark is the best practical suit for a Yeti I've ever seen so far. Interesting. Yeah, that's the only slight problem. I decided to turn around and head right back, and now we still have about an hour to wait. How fast does time... I know time moves faster in Euro Truck Sim, but it's like it's 1/20th-ish, so every minute is 20 minutes, so we should have 3 minutes to wait, theoretically? Then again, it's like, depending on exactly, like, if you're in a city or if you're in the countryside, time moves at different speeds. In cities, tends to move slower. But how about when you're sitting still? How fast does time move when you're sitting still? Hopefully it's not gonna. Let's say, like I said, it's already 7 minutes ahead, so it didn't take us 7 minutes to get here. Stare at this. Watch pot always boils. You know, as I say. That pot ain't boiling. Okay, we got 8. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Say 20 seconds for a minute. Yeah, 3 minutes. Okay, I just. Okay. We're gonna get that Volvo eventually. I'm going to trade in this DAF. We're not trading in this DAF. We're giving this DAF to one of our employees. We're going to hire an employee to drive this DAF. But we're getting that Volvo. Gotta enjoy the view. I could have picked a better view. I'm staring at a fucking. You hung over Deoxys? That's not good. I'm just trying to think of all the fun you had, though. Has a much better view. Is it only Norway and Sweden have red paint on their houses? You know, I haven't really been paying attention. I'm just kind of driving around. Like, I got yogurt to deliver, but I don't have any yogurt today. Looks like a Colorado postcard. Well, I mean, right now where we are is way up north. We're by Narvik, so we're not even as far north as you can go in Norway. There's Sweden ends here. We got Finland over here. Norway ends up here in Honningsvåg. Get a new cereal, call it Tricks and Kicks, because that's what it is. It's also your dinner tonight. Okay, okay. See, Tricks always confuses me, because I never know which phase of Tricks we're on right now. Are we on the fruity balls, or are we on the fruit shapes? Because it keeps switching back and forth over the years. It's like, it's Tricks, and it's got the fun shapes. And it's like, it's Tricks, and it's got the original shape. Oh, it's Tricks, and it's the balls again. And oh, now it's the fruit shapes again. And I'm like, kid, just... Ever since that damn rabbit had a spoonful of tricks, and we just haven't been able to keep it straight anymore. I changed my vote. I changed my vote. They had a vote for does the rabbit get the tricks? I voted to give that rabbit his tricks, and I absolutely regret it. I want to change my vote. Fruit shapes, that's what you got? Okay. I feel like the round ones would match better with kicks, just because, you know... Then again, if you're just going to get everything in ball shape, you could get the kicks, you could get the round-shaped tricks, and you could get, like, the Cocoa Puffs. Throw that in there while you're at it. Actually, I've seen, like, donut hole cereal, glazed donut holes, and it's just, like, little more sugary kicks. Well, I guess kicks technically aren't a sugary cereal, but they still kind of taste sweet, you know? That's the best kind of cereal. They're nice and sweet, and they're not loaded with sugar. God damn! These are the longest minutes of my life. I feel like when I'm waiting at the dryer for the dryer to be finished drying my clothes, and it's there like 3 minutes left, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and it's just and it slows down, and then it starts spinning the other way, like They have tricks with marshmallows now. Oh god. Once Fruity Looks don't have the open circle center, that's just Captain Crunch Ball. I still remember when I was really young, there were all the commercials for Lucky Charms, like all over the place. That was the happening fucking cereal when I was a kid, was Lucky Charms. Like, if you didn't give a fuck about your teeth and you wanted the best fucking tasting cereal of your life, you'd get yourself some Lucky Charms. That was all I remember when I was like really young. The commercials for the Lucky Charms and how fucking just all the kids just like the marshmallows everywhere. There were the legends of this crazy marshmallows. There was a joke everywhere about it. It's more marshmallow than cereal. And my mother was vehemently against me getting any kind of Lucky Charms. She was like, that stuff is fucking terrible for you. You will never, ever get your hands on Lucky Charms. And I'm like, well, I respect your decision in this, Mom. Lucky Charms look nice, but it's a lie. It's actually absolutely terrible, and I should avoid Lucky Charms. I understand. Fast forward to when I'm in my early 20s. There's my mother walk in, and she's eating some fucking chocolate Lucky Charms. And I'm like, Ma! What the fuck? And says she acts like she never said anything bad about Lucky Charms. Like, the fuck you didn't? Not only are these Lucky Charms, these are chocolate Lucky Charms. Well, when you add even more sugar, it suddenly loops back around to being a health food? Like, how does this work? Summer of Nosferatu, cover all the adaptations, including the animated one, and Shado the Vampire, which was a fictionalized making of Nosferatu with Max Schreck as a real vampire. Oh. You fed me lies, alright. Fed me lies. What was... Yeah, you were earlier on Twitch, you were talking about the Cookie Crisp with the bandit dog and the robber. Yeah, I don't know why they changed it to a wolf. It's like, but you don't want to encourage kids to turn to a life of crime as they eat cookies for breakfast. I'm the only one who thinks Cheerios tasted bland. Animus, I agree with you, but the problem is when you're talking to people about Cheerios, at least in America, at least around southern United States, every time I try and talk about how Cheerios are kind of bleh, it falls on deaf ears because the people listening, when they say Cheerios, they don't mean Cheerios. They mean Honey Nut Cheerios. They default to Honey Nut Cheerios when you say Cheerios. And I'm like, no, I'm talking about like the oat Cheerios. Like just the plain oats circles. It tastes kind of like chalk. Those. That, when I say Cheerios, I mean Cheerios. When I say, well, if I mean Honey Nut Cheerios, I say Honey Nut Cheerios. Not that fond of Cheerios, oats, or Honey Nut. Used to dump like a quarter cup of sugar onto your Cheerios. Oh, jeez. Even Honey Nut Cheerios taste bland for you? Huh. I don't know if I can help you there. I think I got a box of Honey Nut Cheerios recently. I just had a hankering for some Cheerios. Of course, my meal today was half a loaf of bread and 4 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. Like an Italian loaf. So about 7 ounces of bread and 4 ounces of cheese. Just Hello McNuggets, hello. honey grams. Is that like golden grams? We're talking like golden grams or honey smacks? Like which one's honey gram? Oh wait. I know the ones with the bears. The little graham cracker bear honey graham cereal. I don't know if I had that. Not to find him and Cheerios bland. I'm just not that fond of it. Have other cereal you prefer, but we'll eat it no question. Okay. Had Chinese leftovers for lunch, so went for a light dinner. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really have a breakfast or lunch. I just had the bread and the cheese. Like, I had a day. So I said, fuck it. Ripped off half a loaf of bread, ripped off half a hunk of cheese, sat down on the couch, and just until it was done. Okay. I mean, I like a lot of different kinds of cereals. I'm not too fond of a lot of marshmallow cereals, though, just because the marshmallows in marshmallow cereals, the texture, it's like when I have a marshmallow, when I want a marshmallow, I want like a marshmallow. I want it to be soft and squishy and sweet and a little sticky. But a cereal marshmallow is just dense and chalky. It's like the flavor's fine, but it just feels bad to bite into. So usually when it comes to a marshmallow in a cereal, I'll try and leave the marshmallows for last, just to give them enough chance to soak up milk and soften. It doesn't work, because the core is always still just the same chalk. But if the effort to make the sandwich is keeping you from eating, just eat the parts. I mean, it's kind of like that. Some of the marshmallows in marshmallows burn your throat. Burn the throat. What's the throat made of? See, this is why, as a trucker, one of the best things to have for your trucking expeditions is a Nintendo Switch. Just pop in, pop. Maybe, actually, no. A Steam Deck playing some American Truck Simulator. Just bump. There you go. Okay, we got like 15 minutes left. 16. Time is going slower, isn't it? Should I have been driving back and forth? Would that have been making it go faster? Or would it just feel like I'm going faster just because I'm moving? I could have stayed in the roundabout. Let's just go to the roundabout. I think that the time is about the same moving as it is staying still. It just feels less when you're moving. Walk around. Keep you awake. One of your favorite meals makes you think of Saturday afternoons with Mom. Buy trail bologna and baby Swiss and sit at the coffee table and eats. Add a cracker cinch so the memory stays. Okay. Here we go. Made it. We're in the roundabout. Now, just kill time until it's time to go get ourselves our new truck. Alright, this is a little dizzying, come to think of it. Oh man, I'm woof. Starting to do my head. Okay, 7 minutes to go. Let's head back. Oh. I'm just trying to kill time, Annabis. I'm trying to wait until we can get the truck dealer to open. I was trying to see if driving was faster than just sitting there and waiting. I think it's not, but... Is it dealing with the lawnmower? I'm fine, I'm fine. Couple minutes left. Two minutes. That's like 40 seconds. Well, 40 real seconds for 2 in-game minutes. How to drive. I still got to figure out where that thing is to turn it off. A damn thing being like, hey, by the way, stupid, here's how you drive. Ah. I got to see the Valley of Guanji for the first time. It was annoying that every time it was on a ball game was on at the same time. The weather was messing up antenna reception. 8. Oh boy. It's time. Okay, baby. A Globetrotty. What do we got here? Globetrotty XCLE. Give it the big ol'. Give it the 750 horsepower engine, if you please. Thank you very much. And myself a little 12 plus 2. Sounds nice. That still just looks like Sonic 1 Scrap Brain Zone. Why is there something like... What is causing all the lurching? What's going on? Like, if it's doing this in the menus too, it's not something in the game. It's something on my computer that's causing it to just chug, chug, chug. You're driving me nuts. Oh, these are all kind of basic okay, there we go. But then why is the zebra gotta be all hard to see? Oh, what? Okay, that'll do, pig. Okay, FH16, yes, sounds nice. Give me a little bit of the chrome skull. And, of course, can't be a Betsy if we don't name her Betsy. Okay. 300,000 euros for this out of the 375 we have. Yes, I want to drive my truck, and the old one can go... Where the hell was I putting it? Not there. Porto, there we go. Boom. Nice new Volvo with a 750 horsepower engine. Not bad, not bad. Okay, Lady Knight, thank you, thank you. And we got traditional mirrors again. Alright, alright. Now let's see. What kind of job can we get? That's a good amount going right there. Trying to see if there's anything like really super hyper valuable. And not. That's 3 hours to pick that up. I ain't gonna make that in time. I can get some used 20 tons of used packaging over to Porto. Got 11 hours to pick it up. Okay. 12 kilometers to our pickup location. What regions on the Europe map left to unlock? I think that they said that they were gonna... Wasn't Greenland... No, Iceland supposed to be added to Euro Truck Sim soon? Like, yes, we're gonna have to take a ferry to get there, but it's one of the map expansions that's coming. Wondering if any expansion into Russia... Well, what the f... Jesus! This thing's got some good brakes. Yeah, seriously, Iceland. Of course, as far as I can tell, the players of Euro Truck Sim 2 reacted positively to hearing Iceland was coming, like, hey, more places to drive. Whereas the American Truck Sim players, when they heard that British Columbia was announced, they were like, what the fuck? You still haven't gone all the way to the east coast of the United States and you're adding Canada? Canada? It's like... It's more places to drive, yay! happens if you bring a prehistoric dinosaur into a modern environment? In this case, Mexico City during the Wild West. I mean, I'd do it.
And the body count rises.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Hey, just say fucking leave. No, don't. Just stick around. And Norway got some nice looking cities. If only whatever was causing my computer to chug so damn much would stop chugging. Summer of Evil Dead? No, but I did review almost all the Evil Deads. There's the new ones, and I haven't gotten to. But, and I didn't review Ash vs. Evil Dead because I really don't do TV shows. Be glad to drive in the east if it's British Columbia. I mean, yeah, there's that. Though it's mainly the talk of a Canadian province potentially becoming American territory is Alberta rather than British Columbia. But who knows what the future holds. Alright, we're almost there. I'm going to pick up 20 tons and see how well these 750 horses handle it. Now, where the hell is my gas gauge on this thing? Okay, it's probably it on the right there. Or the left? Diesel, the left. What's that on the right? Well, hold on, I gotta... AdBlute. What the fuck is AdBlute? Well, I am full of AdBlute, but I also am full of diesel. Oh boy. Don't tell me driving through Canada is going to be like driving through California on steroids. Okay. Alright, 127,000 euros to take this all the way to Porto in... Take this baby to Porto in... I keep lurching and it's driving me nuts. Alright. Still learning exactly which which gears to skip on this one. Looks like we can skip a lot of them. It's got our 2 low gears, but it's also so fucking powerful. I was just taking 20 tons uphill, and it was like, shoo! Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we're still... Now, this thing's... Okay, this is a nice truck. Hell yeah. And it's got a nice little hybrid display where it's a digital display. Not Rush, I haven't been drinking in a while. Oh, we got a nice little hybrid display here. It's a digital display, but it's got the stuff looking like an analog display, so it's a little bit, I don't know. I feel like it's easier to read in some instances. But it's got the easy to read numbers and the easy to understand needle. Okay, this Betsy can move. Okay, she can haul 20 tons this well. I feel like we can do some pretty heavy hauling with her too, and it won't be that bad. Okay, 4,700 kilometers to go.
What's this?
Thank you for the. Oh, great. Okay, we got to pull in for an inspection. I got 20 tons of packing materials. Like, this is a damn lot of foam peanuts.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
I haven't had the chance to break it yet. I'm pulling in for the inspection. It's fine. Thank you for cooperation. Have a safe journey. You too. Okay, now, 4,700 to go. What is the law but a rule for the braking? You see that? That's the thing. The laws are there to give you an idea of how everyone else is driving, to make it easier for you to get to your destination. That's Texas trucking for you. This is a nice little Betsy we got here. Good size. Good engine. Good display. We might be in our final Betsy. I might be not looking to trade into another Betsy. Now, I haven't unlocked absolutely all the pieces yet. But unless there's some better parts out there, this could be our Euro Betsy we're in. That hill is a little bit much. Not the worst. I had to slow down going up there, but we've had to slow down worse with other loads. We had to slow down worse with lighter loads with shittier trucks. How do I like the new UI updates? Did it add anything to the VR soldiers? Well, mainly my whole thing with the UI update is, whoa, crap. I was supposed to be going a lot slower than that. Is that the fact that it's removed certain information from my little floaty thing here, it's making me feel like, okay, well, now I have to actually pay attention to my dash a little bit more for things like the check engine lights, or the, especially my remaining fuel. Because I used to just glance over here, see how much fuel, how much sleep I have. The new sleep timer thing, I'm used to the blue to red little bar, but this isn't bad. It does give the information. It just gives it in a different way. However, the fact that I now have so little information on that panel other than the just things like how long until I need to sleep, and a little bit with the estimation for the little marker for how long you have until the job is considered late. That is information I don't know how I was supposed to access it before, but it's simple enough. I don't mind. I didn't really flip through the pages for a bunch of information before. But I kind of wish I could turn off the navigation of the floating panel and just use my navigation in the truck. But because it still has the information I need, and I can't just have that for some reason, I still need my floating information panel. But yeah, overall, I've always played with the regular windows and stuff, and I generally don't open the menus too much, so... Oh, man. Yeah, that'll get you, Hans. I feel like every 6 months, Twitch adds another 20 seconds to the length of the ad rolls. As I swear, a couple of years ago, they were not 3 minutes long. Now they kinda are. Of course, I'm having to get used to the fact that when I get fined and such, the notifications pop up here instead of down on the little information panel anymore. Tired of them adding more and more commercials? Yeah, it's kind of nuts. I remember way back when ads used to actually be worth money on the internet. YouTube may just started using YouTube Red, and I don't even use YouTube Red. I get shamed for not using YouTube Red, though. Though I do have Twitch Turbo. Makes it a lot easier to raid people if I don't have to worry about... I raid them and then I get hit with a wall of ads and I can't interact with them. Rain is going to cut your power. That's not good, Deoxys. Though I am a little confused with YouTube because the last few reviews I've uploaded, YouTube has not hit me with copyright claims for. This is very unlike them. Like, I've gone years and years having to fight every single upload, telling them, just go, man, just go. I've gone years and years having to fight for every single upload. I'm going to point out what fair use is every single time, without exception. But now, like, I did the review of Alien Rubicon, and I needed to fight the copyright claim on that, as usual, so I did. The Asylum cleared it, like, within the day. They were very good about that, so I liked that. But then I did the Predator Wastelands review, and I didn't have to fight the Asylum on it. No claim came. And now tomorrow, we've got the Evil Nun review, another Asylum movie. I got that uploaded. And also, there was no claim that came through on that. I didn't have to fight anything. So I was thinking, like, maybe the Asylum whitelisted me or something? I don't know. That'd be nice. I didn't know they could do that, but, you know... Oh, fuck you! It Oh, it dropped down to 70 for 2 seconds and had a camera right there. You speed-trapping motherfuckers! Anyway. But I also got the following review uploaded already. That being... not an Asylum movie. Alien 2 on Earth. No claim came for that either. And also in that review, I had a clip from Spaceballs. Just come to think of it, I really should have had a clip from Spaceballs and Alien Rubicon. just have the song. We're the Spaceballs. Like that's literally what they were. Hello, White Wolf Gaming. Hello. How's Betsy doing? Oh, we got a bigger Betsy. And we got the biggest Betsy I've ever had in Euro Truck Sim, and she's doing pretty good. On the more extreme hills, we do struggle a tiny bit, but... I mean, I don't expect to break the laws of physics in this game. And for hauling 20 tons up a 30-degree incline, I think she did pretty good. I had to slow down to only 60 kilometers an hour. Ooh. Okay, 6 hours, so we gotta sleep. 64 hours total travel time estimated. 139 hours until we're late. There's a 90-degree angle bridge located. Well, that's more to do with your turning radius. If we're trying to get up a 90-degree incline, there's a... That's called driving into a wall. Where even are we driving? Sweden? How to read signs on Steam? Well, we picked up this, I think we're in Sweden now. We picked up a load from Norway, and we're heading south towards Portugal. Yeah, we're in Sweden right now. YouTube is down? What? I didn't turn YouTube off or nothing. Did Tara walk across my keyboard again? Of course, this Betsy is big and heavy, so we might need our oh shit handle at some point. That's our trailer brake. Just, you know, put the brakes on in the truck and the trailer. It helps. I'm slowing down. You speed trapping bastards! There we go. Okay, there's a sign pointing to that one dirt road. I wonder if that was an unmarked road. There are several roads in the in Euro Truck Sim 2 and American Truck Sim where it's not marked on the navigation, but you can drive there and then it will be marked. And some secrets along the maps and such. It's just usually I'm always driving loads to their destination, so I'm not looking to go exploring too much. Though, once Road Trip comes out on American Truck Sim, I might be a little more inclined to go exploring. Yeah, that had a little gate in front of it, so that's probably not a place to stop, but not a place to go. Okay, just cut me off like that. Thank you. Okay, 4 hours until we gotta sleep. Still got more than 75% of tank left. No YouTube video recommendations showing on your homepage? Okay. Google servers might be struggling a bit right now then. Yeah, this and here. Okay, we got X's across there, so it can't drive that way. Little X there, can't drive that way. I wasn't sure if there was an X back at that one dirt road. And if there isn't, maybe we can go that way. Recently had a persistent customer yesterday. He wanted to be careful with his baby and wanted to show you how to fix his truck the right way. Oh, sir, I'm getting paid to fix your vehicle. You want to fix it yourself? Don't come to us. This is, you come to us, let me fix your truck the way I know how to fix it. Yeah. Oh, jeez. YouTube just crashed. Well then. Guess it's just a problem with YouTube then. Just got 4 hours before we need to rest. Don't need to stop at any of these rest stops. We'll find another one within the 4 hours. I've been preparing for the next review. Next review will start in March, so that's going to be fun. Do I like Lego? I haven't really done Lego in the longest time. And by that I mean like when I was a small child. Found a rabbit that has instructions to change it into a face hugger. Huh. Interesting. A 70 with cameras. I don't. You don't say. Cameras to make sure I'm going the right speed. I hadn't noticed them. I thought I was just getting fined by a ghost. Was fun to deal with. Didn't get your boss yesterday, but I honestly just told myself it wasn't worth it. Fix his truck and then send him on his way. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Did I watch the Super Bowl? Nope. I'm not really a Super Bowl guy. I was intending on actually doing something this year for the Super Bowl, because last year, after I did my usual thing of not giving a damn about the Super Bowl, all y'all told me, like, hey, it's family and food. And I'm like, well, shit. Now you put it that way, sounds like second Thanksgiving. Yeah, there's football on the TV, but I don't care. So I could still have the family and food. But by the time I realized it was the Super Bowl this year, it was the day after the Super Bowl. So, kind of, I didn't remember to try to keep track of that. Oops. I just... 2 hours. Okay. Let's pull it in. Here we go. Those parking spaces taken. These are free. I think I'll take them both. Okay. Oh, we don't have the lights on. Yeah, I keep forgetting to do that in my new truck, so I always forget to turn on the lights. Let's go. There we are. I do miss seeing how much money I had, just at a glance. I mean, yeah, it wasn't necessarily pertinent information, but I really like seeing number go bigger. Ah. Poor old Ivan. Right, couldn't have said it any better myself. They got so much to do on chapters 16 and 17, but it's like that's the home stretch right there for Revelation. Get that done, then get to finishing the writing, and then get to polishing up the writing and polishing up all of the images. Going from rough drafts to final drafts as quickly as I can. And be like, here it is, it's there, it's done. And I can get started on Lamentations. I remember some of our other trucks, this kind of incline, they'd struggle on with a load half this heavy. But the fact that this Betsy can take it as well as she can with 20 tons, pretty good. Pretty good. Why they gotta be assholes like this, and I can't even Texas truck around them? Mishap a couple weeks back where he wasn't paying attention and grabbed the wrong size fan belt. Oh. Cost the belt and about 10 minutes, about $50 out of that week's paycheck. Oof. Yeah. Oh, 70. Why? And now, why was it unmarked 70 for 2 feet? Did you want to put a camera up and catch me with another speed trap right there? You bastards. Oh, okay. Michael just made me 21,000 euros. Okay. All right, we're getting some nice cash from our... I did not hire another driver for that, did I? Oh, I'm a dum-dum. Yes! Go! To make me money. Damn it. Oh. Well, let's check our... How many drivers we got now? 12 including me, so that's 11 total drivers. Yeah, that's considerably less than the 200-ish we got in American Truck Sim right now. Another screen movie coming? Yeah, I've been hearing. It's a lot easier when I am concentrating on just filling out garages to buy the garage, buy the truck, and hire the driver. Like, bum, bum, bum. There it is. That's why in the last American Truck stream we were able to get 8 garages, 24 trucks, 24 drivers, and 8 trailers. Just, whew, there it goes. Well, that and the fact that we had, like, about 200 trucks, drivers, really helps make enough money to be able to pull that off. Matthew Lilliard ring cam video? I can't say I have. What am I doing these days? Well, in between virtual trucking, I have found that virtually flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator is somehow the brain hack I need to be able to get my scripting and editing done really fast. It's just lock out the entire rest of the world, and it's amazing how much work I can get done. Well, lock out the rest of the world and calm my brain down with fuck. God damn it. You see, in reality, you just would say, okay, that yellow light is not going to turn red that fast because that would be insane. But in Euro Truck Sim, it will turn red that fast. I don't know if it does that in Europe. The American Truck Sim yellow lights seem to be a little bit more reasonably paced. But the Euro Truck Sim yellow light, as soon as it pops up, you had better slam on all the brakes you have, because they will not be understanding. Go, asshole! It's green! What the My fucking god! Yeah. But yeah, I've been hopping in Microsoft Flight Simulator specifically to be able to get my reviews done, and also it has helped a bit in my writing, working on Comic Chronicles Revelation. I can't do everything in it though, because I'm using the same GPU to run VR as I am to generate images. I cannot do both at the same time. So I just gotta actually try and concentrate on things and use work ethic to get stuff done instead of brain hacks. Jeez. One thing that has helped keep me off of YouTube is the fact that like 90% of the YouTube videos I come across anymore have obviously AI written scripts. And that pisses me off so much. Because it's like, I was semi-interested in what this video had to say, but I'm not about to spend 20 minutes listening to what ChatGPT has to say about it. Was surprised to see a game like that coming from you. Not bad, just surprised. Well, yeah, I understand that. Real life, trying to be a truck driver in California is sucking ass. Yeah. I mean, there's challenges to every occupation, but to an extent, I'd kind of like to get my CDL just because I would like to be able to say, yes, I've actually gone to that extra mile and done that. Then, on my American Truck Sim and Euro Truck Sim streams, I could actually say, real trucker plays. ATS, ETS. I mean, sure, I'd have like thousands of hours in ATS and ETS, and I'd have like a week of actual trucking. But just think of it like how certain creators out there are like, hey, I work for Blizzard or something. I don't know. Oh, geez, I thought that fireman was wearing just a guy in a yellow bikini for a second. I was like, huh? Just the reflector stripes on his fireman coat. What do you call that? Uniform? Just at that distance with the VR blur and the beige of his regular outfit kind of looking semi-skin tone. It just looked like a kind of rotund guy in a yellow bikini in the middle of the road. I'm like, I can see how this accident happened. Ouch, kiddo's bedtime. Gotta get going. Keep Betsy safe. I'll try. No guarantees, though. This is a big old Betsy, though. She's good for it. Might end up killing a few obstacles, but, you know. The other creators, remember, are all retiring. I've seen quite a few creator retirings, but it's like, I do understand that to an extent, especially with the successful ones, because, I mean, if you have the money to retire, you spend some time with your family. But that's kind of the double-edged sword of the fact that I never really took off to a super extreme way. I did well enough to pay my bills. Be able to say, yes, I'm a YouTuber and it's what I do for a living. But I didn't do well enough to be able to fund a movie like Iron Lung. So I'm there making it out making a visual novel and using AI to generate the images and the music. And getting shit for that, but it's like, well, it's either that or it doesn't exist at all. And I'd rather it exist. had multiple friends and family drive a truck for a living and tell people to never start because of how bad other people are on the road driving. Yeah. Well, that's just don't drive in general. So are you going or not? It's a roundabout, not a stop. I should have been on the inside lane to get around his ass. I'm here wondering, why are there 2 lanes in a roundabout when you gotta do this, that, and that? And if you're on the inside lane, you can't get out unless it's clear. It's like, yeah, I could have got around that guy. I could have just... But no, I'm here questioning the logic of the roundabout. One thing to get used to in Microsoft Flight Simulator is the planes that have a reverse thrust. You can taxi them in reverse, but just because they have a reverse thrust does not mean they have rear view mirrors. As a matter of fact, none of them do. So trying to taxi in reverse... Hello there, don't crash. No promises. Trying to taxi in reverse. Not the safest activity. Fortunately, when you get the hang of applying brakes to one of the tires and getting the thrust and the rudder correct, you can pretty much rotate on the spot, so you mostly never have to reverse. So it's really hard to say what my wife does for a living. She sells seashells by the seashore. Yeah, there we go. Take advantage of that left lane in the roundabout. The inner lane, I guess. Oh, man, how many fucking roundabouts? What? Oh, okay. We're good. Here we are. How many more deliveries until we're making so much money that we can just keep buying garages and hiring drivers? How long? We only have like 100 more people to hire in American Truck Sim. Based on our current rate of cash flow, we could probably do that in 4 streams. Unless it's 350 instead of 300, then it's going to be like 6 streams, assuming that the extra 100 drivers we get aren't making that much money. It's probably still going to be about 4 streams. Up. My lane. whoa, whoa. And I caught the lip there. We haven't crashed into anything this time, though. In the American Truck Sim stream, we crashed, and I feel like the crashing felt... Why the hell did you go in that lane, asshole? I feel like the crashing after the patch felt a little heavier. Have to pass down the save to the children. Oy. That's part of the thing, just trying to figure out time and pressure, you know? How long will things take in a overall sense? Fuck! It's one of the things with working on Comet Chronicles Revelation. The estimates I've put up, the calculations I've done to try and figure out, like, okay, there's the guy saying that I need to do this all by hand or it don't count. It's like, okay, how long would that actually take? Not that I had any intention of actually stopping everything and doing it all by hand. I already knew it wasn't going to be even remotely close to reasonable. But I did like the idea of doing the calculations and figuring out exactly how ridiculous a suggestion that is. And, well, the calculations were fun. The long and short is, I would die well before anything came close to being done, except maybe the first one. There's a chance that I would be able to get the first one finished. Maybe even if, unlike everyone else in my family, I actually am a centennial and live over 100 years. I might actually be able to do a second one. I might actually be able to get 2 entries out of this 6-part series. You choose a Volvo as well. Well, and I don't really care for the Volvo in American Truck Sim, but in Euro Truck Sim, they got the powerful ass cars with the real nice fuel economy, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'll take a powerful ass car with fuel economy. Yeah, let's go. We got the what is it? The 750 something-ish. Yeah, 750 horsepowers. 750 horsepowers. I have 750 horsepowers. Yeah, I did the calculations, and it would take me about roughly 30 years to finish Comet Chronicles Revelation, and assuming the other 5 entries would also take 30 years, that would be a total of... Fucking asshole! What is wrong with you? Anyway. How many horses have left? Motherfucker just parks in the middle of... It's scam. Yeah, I think he was backing up. Right now, YouTube's having issues to get out. You might not be able to get back in right now. Ah, dang. So if you're on YouTube, hold on tight. Yeah, at 30 years an entry, to be able to just draw everything at the quality and amount that it's going for. Because remember, we're not taking any shortcuts here. Not allowed to. Have to do everything by hand, according to these. So, absolutely everything has to be done by hand. And the budget's still 0, so... It's like the promise on the store page for Convict Chronicles Revelation is that the, you fucking ass... I was in the left lane. I had the right of way. Why am I being fined because that asshole doesn't know how to drive? Still works if you go directly to a channel? Okay, interesting. Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so currently I am 42 years old, so it would take 30 years, so I'd have to be like about 72-ish to finish Comic Chronicles Revelation. In the way that these fellas are telling me I have to do it, otherwise it doesn't count. Then, of course, it would be 30 more years per entry. And so the other 5 entries would be another 150 years. So we'd have to have that within a century and a half. That would be the pocket in which the story would have to be told. So anyone starting it would not be able to finish it. So I would have to be, after the end of 180 years of working on it, starting at 42, I would have to be about 222 years old at the time of completion, based on doing it in the way that these fellas are telling me I have to do it or it doesn't count. It is like, that's really not gonna happen. Because that's the thing, when I figured out that I wasn't going to be able to make this without AI using for the art in the first place, I leaned into its strengths, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll make it in a way that I just straight up would not be able to be done. And that's getting me thinking about other things, because a visual novel containing 3,808 unique images just to tell the story, that is a world record, and like by a wide margin over the previous world record, like over twice as much. So that's making me think, like, what about other genres where game studios just aren't willing to put in the funds needed to make the kinds of experiences that players would actually really want to, you know, like, everyone wants a AAA VR experience. And you have some very good VR experiences. This, for instance, but it's mostly the flat game with a VR version. But if you make a game for VR from the start, it can be oh so much. But the idea of the AAA VR game is just a unicorn. They don't exist. there's an absolute demand, but no one even believes in it anymore. Game developers don't want to put that kind of money into the medium if they're not going to make it back. And there's not enough people who have VR and actively play VR to make investors feel like, okay, this is worth investing in. So you got this issue here where it's like, okay, you fucking asshole! They did it again. Zipper merge. He went, then I went, and then you went. No, I'm just gonna fucking go like an asshole. I'm getting sideswiped by people left and right today. Busting up my Betsy. Anyway. Anyway. 100 hours used to be considered a long game, now it's just the intro. Yeah, the end game's the actual game. Everyone wants a AAA VR game thing. It's not targeted customer for that. I mean, every VR gamer wants a AAA VR game. Everyone who's not a VR gamer, a lot of them are there like, hey, I would be, but I want to have a AAA experience waiting for me before I'd go and do that. And there are games that come close, but they really don't scratch that itch. They really don't do what you can with what you expect out of a big AAA game, but in VR. Shit. I think I have Half-Life Alyx finally, but I haven't actually loaded up and played it. Get your ass moving, bus boy. Oh, for fuck's sake, what are you... What are they doing? Are you gonna stop too? Please, somebody. If you're all gonna stop, then stop. Hello, Anthony Watson. Hello, hello. But I think that if a studio actually utilized AI in game development to make a AAA quality game for VR, like they actually use it as a means to multiply work instead of just being like, hey, let's just produce a shittier product cheaper. Maybe people would be a little bit more open to both VR and AI, and all kinds of other acronyms. But that's not how studios are using AI. They're using it like the Asylum uses AI to make a shittier product, but do it way cheaper. it's kind of a standard race to the bottom thing. Don't think they know the meaning of that word? Yeah. I mean, before AI, Hollywood and mainstream gaming outlets and stuff, they've all been on the race to the bottom. They've always been chasing after the idea of, hey guys, let's produce a shittier product, but do it cheaper and make more money. It's hilarious when you hear people saying, like, games should cost more. It's like, where have you been? They do. They fucking do. Was I hallucinating when I saw the new Borderlands cost $150 fucking dollars? Oh no, it only cost $70. Yeah, as long as you don't actually, as long as you only buy 1/3 of the game, that, you know, the season pass and all the other shit, we'll just not get that. Even though that's obviously, like, the entire game. Yeah. Yeah, sure. And even then, digital distribution, saving on manufacturing costs. Even when they manufacture it on the cheapest fucking disc they can. A lot of times it doesn't even have the game on it, and you gotta download it anyway. Which is effectively just digital distribution with extra steps. And then there's no manual. It's the cheapest plastic case they can get. There's about 5 cents worth of fucking material in the physical version anymore. Versus way back in the day, people were like, oh, well, you know, these cartridges, this cartridge cost $80 in the 90s. It's like, yeah, but that cartridge itself was $40 to manufacture. And then they had it in $5 worth of stuff with the manual and all the other stuff in there. And, yeah, there was no way around that expense. If they wanted to get that to you, it had to be this much. Whereas now, and it's like when you cut out all of those expenses, especially like the manufacturing costs in the 90s, the amount of money the developers were getting for the games was not that much out of that. Versus now, the biggest expense is the fact that Steam takes 30%, and Apple takes 30%, and Google takes 30%. And Epic takes 20%, I think? I don't know. They take slightly less, and then they try and posture like they're the good guys. Well, in the meantime, they also... Well, they take more elsewhere. But, you know, don't talk about that part. Oh, yeah. So far, that's the only Asylum movie I've seen that used AI, but they used AI like you'd assume the Asylum would. Very badly. Breed is the name of the game? Yeah. But it's like, that's where you got situations where you have, like, people are saying, like, indies are shining right now. It's like, it's not that indies got that much better. It's really that AAA just got that much worse. Because any programmer worth their salt with any tenure and stuff, well, they would charge a premium for their services. And so, you got these studios firing them and replacing them with fucking, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, contractors. Oh, yeah, it did that again. Yes, I know how to turn the ignition on. I'm not trying to do that right now. I'm trying to fill the gas, and I'd like to see my gas information. Thank you very much. I don't need to... Also deal with the fact that studio's selling out to blood money. Looking at you, eh? Yeah. Hey, I wonder, can I just block all these guys in here and get my sleep and not give a shit about them? Yes, I can. Okay. Good old days when the 10-hour game was standard, yeah. Fun fact, Common Chronicles Revelation is about 10 hours. Hello, Jack. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back, Jack. Whoa. Okay. Looks like YouTube's fixed. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so it's like the programmers that actually know how to do things like optimize and do it good, they get shit canned because they're expensive, and Suits for some reason only think like we need a programmer, get the cheap one, there we go. Get people who know game design, and it's like the Suits don't care who knows game design, they care about what, according to the spreadsheet, is what are the games that people want to make. Okay, we'll get that. We'll hire people. Like, how many times when one of these big name games fails, big name games that are like the latest in a big, like, well-respected series of games, like this franchise is coming strong, they're coming back, and here we are, and then it does terrible, and it fails massively. And then you get the developers crying on Twitter, and what do they always say? Oh, this was my first shipped product, I'm proud of that. It's like, you were trying to sell this on the idea that you were all fucking, like, you were all veterans of the industry coming back to show those kids how it's done, and then we come to find out you're straight out of fucking college and never did a thing in your life, which we obviously could have told from the quality of the shit you did. But... how do you call a remake of Gilligan's Island for modern audience? Epstein Island. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. But it's just kind of hilarious seeing bad developers cry about gamers telling them their games are bad. And it's like, yeah, all so damn out of touch. It's really not even funny at this point. It's really sad. Like, at the Game Developers Conference, at GDC, they almost acknowledged that they actually they were out of, well, it's like, they had to acknowledge that shit wasn't going as well as they were assuming it should. But the problem is they were so out of touch. They had like a 12-point list of trying to address the disconnect between what their developers know will work perfectly well versus the reality of poor sales. And they were like looking at this problem from all kinds of angles, except for one very specific angle that did not show up anywhere on their fucking 12-point list because they didn't give a fuck. That angle being player opinion. What players want. What gamers actually are asking for. That doesn't matter. It's only... It's just like, wait, they got the stuff they studied. They got the stuff that they've all learned. They're all better than you. They have their piece of paper that says so. Why would they listen to you? It's like, well, you're the one who has to buy the damn thing. And if they're not producing what you want, you are under no obligation to fucking buy it. Like, my big concern right now with Comet Chronicles Revelation is simply getting it known. I know that there's going to be plenty of people out there who don't like it. It's not something made for everyone. But I want people to know it exists in order to be able to make that choice on whether or not they want to actually play it. I want them to try the demo to be able to tell, is this something that I'm actually interested in? Or did I get lured in by cute nuns and the actual drama and horror in here is not something that I'm interested in? Because I don't want people buying it just because they're obliged to. I want people buying it because they want to. I want people playing it because they are enjoying themselves. And if they don't enjoy themselves, I'd like to know why. I'd like to know what I did wrong, or, like, what I could do better. Or, possibly, that the audience that I was hoping was there is simply not. Maybe not. Maybe this kind of story really doesn't have a audience. And that's also something to take into account. They decided to make games played on the cell phone at the same time. The same type of game as video games. Now they are constantly chasing all these numbers. They think of playing video games, but only absolutely playing on the cell phone when they're bored. Yeah. Like, there's... That's the thing. It's like, it always kind of reminds me of the mini-series of Chernobyl, where you had the Soviet Union. One of the biggest problems they had dealing with the Chernobyl disaster was the fact that they were just perpetually blind to the reality of the situation because their life was lived in propaganda numbers. And I feel like that's kind of the same with the games industry, where you have the statistics built up to try and say one thing, but the reality doesn't seem to be doing that. And it's like, why is that? It's like, because the reality very obviously clashes with the propaganda numbers. Okay, 3,500 kilometers left. Honestly, driving down through Sweden, not too bad. We're still in Sweden, aren't we? Yes, we are still in Sweden. Oh, this is a long fucking country. I've learned over the last few years statistics are way too easy to manipulate, even when you're trying to get proper statistics. Yeah. I mean, it's like, whenever anyone says such and such percentage of so-and-so thinks such and such, or this is that, or that is this, it's always like, where did you get those numbers? What questions did you actually ask? What was your methodology? What was your sample size? What was your sample size of? And it's like, you always come out with massive things that are obviously going to cause problems, but it's because they were supposed to cause problems. That's what these statistician places kind of operate. Is they're not trying to study anything. They're trying to come to a conclusion and looking for things to try and support it, and hoping to play some mathematical sleight of hand to get that going. How does this game handle switching driving sides between countries? Well, the only time that really seems to have come up in this is when I'm going to the UK, and it's just, you take the ferry to the UK, and once you're there, you're just expected to drive on the other side of the road. You can buy a car with the wheel on the other side. Like, anywhere that sells cars in this game, you can get the wheel on the other side. And that's said to be the UK layout. And you could drive that anywhere. I just keep it over here because the vast majority of countries, you drive on the right side of the road. Which, at least that is easy for me to wrap my head around. The 2 out of 3 doctors approve. Always wondered who were those doctors. Yeah, it's like the 8 out of 10, the 9 out of 10 dentists. There's just so much crap going on with numbers. Of course, me being a gun guy, people don't like it when I bring up the gun stuff, but it's like that was like one of the first things that broke through to me and how statistics get really skewed. Because you'll always hear about how there's this much gun death. But you gotta note that when they're talking about, like, hey, when we have guns, we have this much gun crime, and when we remove guns, we have this much gun crime. That's the term, gun crime. You expect to have less gun crime. How do you have crime? A lot of times you find either it doesn't move or it goes up, but that doesn't sound so good. So just talk about how much less of it is done with a gun, because after all, when someone is stabbed to death, that's so much better than when they're shot, isn't it? And, oh boy, here we go, yeah. But also, it comes time for definitions. How do you define something? I've heard plenty of times about how, I don't know if they're probably just going to change the definition again so they can keep saying this, but for the longest time you heard how America has, like, at least one mass shooting a day, and Australia has had no mass shootings ever since they banned guns. Now, there's that one very high-profile one recently. Probably they'll just change the definition so they can keep saying that, because the way that's defined is there's two completely different definitions of mass shooting. Because this statistic only works if you have two very different definitions of mass shooting to both refer to mass shootings in the two different areas. When referring to mass shootings in America, we're talking about situations that involved a gun and at least 4 people were hurt. That is a mass shooting by the American definition. By the Australian definition, it must involve a gun and at least 6 people were killed. Note the discrepancy here. If we go by the Australian definition of mass shooting, the amount of mass shootings in America suddenly drops quite a bit from at least one a day to maybe a couple a year. Now you might be saying, well, that's still a shitload. Well, I got some more numbers for you. Note, people will point out that America has so much gun crime per capita. But Australia, after the gun ban, has so much less gun crime per capita. Is this true? Yes. However, I ask you to look at the gun crime per capita before the gun ban in Australia. Interesting note, it was always ridiculously low. America always had more. Australia always had considerably less. The effect of the ban was fuck all. So, statistics, my boy, they do amazing. Now, like I said, there was that recent mass shooting in Australia where how many people were shot? 12? Quite a bit. I'm not sure exactly how much. So either they will have to stop saying that Australia has no mass shootings since the gun ban, or they're going to change the definition of mass shooting to say at least 13 people killed. Didn't hear about that? Oh, it was like a father-son duo shooting up which Jewish holiday? I can't remember which. But yeah, they just showed up and they just shot the shit out of them, and yeah, a lot of people hurt, a lot of people died. Really horrible. Happened in Australia. So either they're going to have to stop saying that there was never a mass shooting since the ban, or they're going to change the definition of mass shooting again and just continue saying there was never a mass shooting. It's going to be... It'll be real hard to change the definition of mass shooting for that one not to count, though. It's like, when you say at least 4 hurts in America, or at least 6 killed in Australia, there's, you know, the numbers are close enough that it's hard to... It's easy to do the sleight of hand. Where it's like, yeah, it's a different definition. It's, you know, very different, but the numbers are close enough where it doesn't feel super different. If you're saying at least 4 hurt versus at least 13 killed, it's going to be harder to convince people that we're actually talking about the same thing. Before I even heard how many people were hurt, just hearing people say it must have been an American in Australia. Well, I didn't get any confirmation one way or the other on that. Might have been. But yeah. There's just many, many reasons why it's interesting to look into actual numbers yourself and check definitions, but if anyone just comes up with you and throws a scary sounding number in your face and tries to get you emotional, there's probably a reason for that, and take a step and think logically. Sounds like Ted Nugent lecturing you in Weird Al's body. Okay. As a victim of gun violence on multiple occasions, like not saying we need a total ban, don't see that ever happening, but I do believe we need stricter regulations on who can own them. We do have pretty strict regulations on who can own them already. The problem is we haven't been enforcing them very effectively. That's another thing, is the calls for regulations where the regulations already exist. There's another sleight of hand where these things happen, and it's like, the question is, are they slipping through the cracks, or are they not even fucking checking? And you get to wonder. But there are a lot of regulations. There's so many regulations in place. There's a lot of people who really don't know. And they confidently don't know. And I'm not saying you are one of them. I'm saying I saw something earlier on Twitter where someone was talking about the recent thing with the SAVE Act and the requirement for proof of citizenship to register to vote. And they were going on and they were like, well, if that is so important to right-wingers, why not have them also prove citizenship and have a proper ID in order to buy their guns? And it's like, motherfucker, where have you been? Like, what do you think? What do you think we do? We've been doing this for decades. Like this, the Gun Safety Act of 1967. Like, it's been on the books for a while. Honestly tired of being emotionally manipulated by the news, media, entertainment, everything. Yeah. That's why I really need to get off this topic, because, like, I get emotional too. I get a little soapboxy, I understand it. And that's not my job. I'm here to fucking truck and talk about movies. Like, fuck. Let people have a reprieve. What the hell am I doing? Can't own a gun because you've been in psych wards? Yeah. Yeah. There was this one instance with this one news anchor, a very left-leaning guy who was trying to go into a gun store to prove how easy it was to get a gun. They ran his background check, didn't sell him the gun. And then he left there and he did his piece talking about how they must have found out that he was left-leaning, and they just elected not to do that because they're so exclusionary and stuff, and they didn't want him to show the cracks in their system. And then they had to come out and publicly say, no, actually, it's because of your being convicted of domestic abuse. But yeah, it's like those regulations are there, but they do not always work because, well, there's number one, big problem is they're not always checked too thoroughly. Number two is the fact that there are ways to get guns that are not legal. Like, let's not pretend otherwise. Cracking down more on legal ownership isn't going to do too much about the illegal means. Now, cracking down on poor enforcement will help. At least I think it would. Anyway, we're supposed to get on a different topic, right? Enforcement sucks hard, yeah. Currently struggling to have your cousin next door arrested for shooting at your mom last month. Oh, Jesus. Literally proven impossible because the cops didn't witness it. Ah. Fucking hate that. It's like if the cops aren't there when something's happening. Like, I got my ass robbed. And I was beside myself in a lot of ways, and, well, the cops did not help. They were just kind of shrugging like, yeah, well, this kind of stuff happens. I mean, there's like less than a 2% chance it's gonna be solved. Like, that's what they were telling me, and it's like, well, what are you going to do about it? And the answer was fuck all. Fun fact, I ended up solving that myself. I found my stolen property. I got the store footage where it was sold to find out who stole my shit, and I got them arrested. So, but the cops did not fucking help. I did that myself. Oh. But yeah, the poor enforcement is just... that's really fucking annoying. Ooh. 3 hours till we gotta schlep. Okay, we're gonna have to stop at another stop as soon as we can stop. We still got... I know I filled up my gas last time we were there, but I still got like 75%. Shame the one who dropped their wallet, not the one who stole it. Yeah. Oh yeah, fun fact. When Creepy and I were in Japan and really struggling with, like, nowhere to sleep, no money, like, big problems, it was not a fun time. One train we took, we found a wallet. It was just left on the train. We turned it in. It would just be wrong to take, I'm sorry. I am happy to find out, though, I didn't find this out until later, but in Japan, there's actually a good chance that the people who work at the railway station did actually put it in the lost and found, and the person who lost it might have actually got it back. Where if you try to go to someone who works at the train station and give them a lost wallet in America, they're just going to keep it. Finally own every Doom game, old and modern. Play Dark Ages now, Rip and Tear. Okay. Am I going to review Idiocracy? I already reviewed Idiocracy, actually. Found an unlocked iPhone at Walmart last Friday. Turned it in. Cashier was honestly shocked. Yeah. Turning in lost wallets and stuff lost on the train is actually semi-common. And I guess it's not super common for the wallets to be lost, But to be expected to turn it in and then be able to actually get it back to the owner, that actually... What's the next review on? Tomorrow, the review that goes live is Evil Nun by The Asylum. I have another little spot in it shouting out my own visual novel, Convent Chronicles Revelation, a bit more... Like, it's in the middle of the review instead of at the end in passing. It's 30 seconds and actually shows visuals and music. I do kind of like a sponsorship segment for myself. But it's only 30 seconds. I saw this one YouTube video recently. This guy had a Factor 5 meal plan sponsor segment. I swear it was like 4 minutes long. I'm like, what the fuck? It was like most of his video. Summer of Macaulay Culkin possible. I mean, in The Good Child, the body count rises. And I have Party Monster, and the body count certainly rises there. That might give me an excuse to fire up Fallout. Hi, Tara. Oh, shit, I should have stopped there. Oh, well. Let's keep going until we find another place to sleep. He's gonna be the dad in the new Home Alone? Interestingly enough, in Convent Chronicles Revelation, I do not have any soapboxy moment talking about gun rights. There's actually no guns in the story. There wasn't really a reason for them, so... Saw a fan description where Kevin is the bad guy. The wet bandits were rich and he was jealous. Oh. Did he still set up some traps and stuff? I know. Which side is that on? We got a rest stop coming up. I was gonna take this exit, but this one looks like it'll be fine. Do I have holy guns in Convent Chronicles? See you, Tristan. Thank you for stopping by. No holy hand grenades. Here we go. Euro 50. Brakes on. Sleep on. Sleep on. Ah, dang it. Too far forward. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Bright eye, bushy tail. Brakes. My lane. My lane. I'd settle for being able to say, okay, I sleep now, and then I'm just sleeping. I don't gotta work for it. I'm just... filled up again, even though we didn't mean to. Yeah, 2,988 kilometers to go. 40 hours of travel, 90 hours to get there. Making good time. When Christopher Lloyd played the alien that slept for 5 minutes. Oh yeah, that was the My Favorite Martian movie. There was a like 1950s TV series, 1950s, 1960s, black and white TV series, I think. My Favorite Martian. One of the secret agents in the My Favorite Martian movie was actually Uncle Martin from the original series. And when I didn't really see the original series, but I did see this one scene, and it always like plays in my head every time. Where there's I can't remember the exact scenario, but Uncle Martin was like, okay, it's time for me to head back to Mars. I've had my fun, I'll let it go. And so he's collecting everything, all this stuff, and like everything he's gonna bring with, he's just got a big damn pile. And so, as they're like, geez, Uncle Martin, you're taking everything but the kitchen sink. And he's like, I knew I forgot something. And so, just floats the little kitchen sink over, adds it to the pile. And what the? Tara! Tara's stepping on the... Fuck! Okay. So I guess you don't want to let me through this way. Which way is okay for trucks? Coming through. Card. Okay, so that way... Oh, that's cars with the thing. That's trucks with the thing. Cars with the thing, trucks with the thing. Okay. Whew. Shit. God damn. But, oh, what was it? Oh, yeah, that scene in My Favorite Martian is like, adds the kitchen sink to the big pile. And then, guy's there, he's like, well, Uncle Martin, this stuff's never gonna fit in your spaceship. How are you gonna get this all in there and bring it back to Mars anyway? And so, Uncle Martin's there, like, well, you understand, like, most of what we consider to be solid matter is actually made up of empty space. So, with this technology, we simply can remove the space, and it will easily fit. And then, it just becomes this little tiny little block on the ground. He's like, that's amazing! Like, could you help me get that in the ship then? Oh yeah, sure, no problem. He leans down and tries to pick it up and Martin looks at him and he's like, I removed the space. I did not remove the matter. That for some reason, that scene always just, that lives rent-free in my head. Still, though, kind of makes me laugh that, like, the one guy that curated Convent Chronicles Revelation was AI detected, and it's like, detected my ass. It's disclosed. But, like, looking over their list, that's, like, the entirety of what they do, is they just point out where it's literally already been disclosed. Because, like, everyone knows in American and European Truck Simulator, when they did their big updates to the driver profiles, they clearly AI upscaled the profiles they already had. Memory that lives rent-free in your head is, I was frozen today! Pretty good one. Yeah, what was I saying? Shit, brain, come on. I was saying something, but now my brain is shit. Now I don't know what I was saying. Dang it. Yes. Well, no, I wasn't talking about 158, but I was talking about a update that they had in American to European Truck Sim. Whoa. Guys. Alright, now which one of these is trucks go just pay? This one? Hope so. I can't see the sign from here. Express. Is it gonna be... Okay, good. I can't tell because you just don't... You let me drive up there and then you're like, by the way, you're just gonna crash. Yeah, well, when American Truck Sim, European Truck Sim, when SCS Software did their little update where they used AI upscaling for all of the driver profile pictures, like, that, right there. That driver profile picture, that is clearly AI upscaled. It used to be considerably lower resolution, and now it's been AI upscaled. Guess which company does not disclose their use of AI on their store page? SCS Software. They do not say anywhere in their description that they use AI upscaling technology for their driver profile pictures. They obviously do, but they don't disclose it. Guess who is not listed on AI detected? SCS Software and the trucking games. So, yeah, that the one point where they might actually have some value in the market on Steam as a curator, pointing out AI where AI has not been disclosed. Yeah, they don't do that. That takes effort. But it's also kind of frustrating to see SCS Software. I believe that their recent news updates and stuff, they've been using AI to help write them. There's just too much in the cadence of how it's written. It just comes off as AI writing, which is kind of frustrating. But it's not as bad as when I try and look on YouTube for videos talking about Euro Truck Sim 2 and American Truck Sim, and I have not been able to find any that aren't written with AI. And it's like, for fuck's sake. Yeah, it takes the fun out of everything. Sure, sometimes it's funny, but it gets old fast. It's like AI memes can be funny. I see AI as having its use, but it's also very cheap. But also, when it comes to writing, I feel like the quality takes such a huge hit. And in most applications, you really don't need a lot of writing really fast. So, like, the only way I see AI writing as a viable solution to a problem is in a situation like in Fallout, when you've got, not the Fallout TV show, like the game, when you have books that you find, and they're just called Ruined Book, and you can't read them, there's nothing there. I think having some shitty AI writing in there for you to flip through is slightly better than having absolutely nothing. That's about the only instance I can say where I feel like AI writing somewhat enhances something. In most instances, its only benefit is that it's fast, and it doesn't have to be because it's a fucking written thing. So the quality hit is way too hard, and the benefit is just not really beneficial. But I still see, like, so much AI rating everywhere. Scrolling through Twitter, I'll see a tweet that it's set up as like 12 paragraphs, all the exact same length, and they all have the cadence of AI writing, and it's just Bet Star Trek Academy uses AI writing. Nothing makes sense. I haven't checked out Star Trek Academy, but like I was seeing some recent videos from Echo Chamberlain, and I swear they've been using AI writing. Like, the way things are pasted, put together, and thrown together, I'm like, this comes off exactly as AI writing. Either you're using AI writing, or your writing has been so shitty for so long I should never have been watching your videos in the first place. It look like you smell like hot dog water. Well, looks can be deceiving. They are not this time, but they can be. Keep that in mind. You can't judge a book by its cover, but you can by its smell. Well, fuck, someone put signs in the middle of the road. Oh, fuck. Fuck! Sir, coming through! How come I don't have beer yet? I've been cutting back severely on the beer. Motherfucking! Oh, you want me to turn around and go right back the same way I did? I can't do that, you bastard, because it's not going to work. Okay, it just told me that to trap myself in a fucking loop of bullshit. Okay, well, we're going to have to do some Texas trucking. Get out of this loop. So, how about... we go this way. Yeah, wrong way violation. Well... what, you psycho bastard! These guys are driving like maniacs! Jeez! What is it? Okay, we'll get back on the right side of the road soon. Fuck. Why is that median there? Well, you see, there's actually a blockade right there. Kind of messed up my plans. Motherfucker. Oh, fuck you. Okay.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
It wasn't my choice. Will these guys let me... Oh, my God. We got a checkpoint here. Oh. Well, what the fuck do I do now? God damn invisible walls. Well, shit. Oh, come on. Just go. Come on. How am I stalling? Now, the problem is I can't frickin' get through this crap. It's because of the invisible walls. Yeah, the invisible fucking walls just fucking stop me. Stop fucking... Why in the second fucking gear you stall out? Oh, because I'm in 6th gear. Yeah, I'm trying to use diff lock. Assholes! God damn it. If they hadn't blocked the only goddamn road and then sent me on a goddamn thing telling me, like, hey, why don't you just keep looping the same fucking road? Like, I was just trying to get through here, and then they're like, oh, well, why don't you loop back here and try and go? And it's like, I can't go that way. I just tried going that way. So then I had to come this way. But now I can't go that way because it never came that way, and that's just blocked that way too. So what the fuck? Can't go that way. Effectively, I should have turned back down here. Ugh. Okay, so how do I... Fucking A. Okay, where am I? Alright, so it wants me to go the same fucking way, so let's not do that. Let's go down that way. But before we do, we're gonna have to get some sleep. Also... God... Okay. Let's just drop the trailer right here. It'll be easier to go sleep without it. Okay, no one stole my packing materials. Good. Okay, let me check. Okay, it's trying to get me to go that way again. No, we are going this way. Okay. I gotta still be stuck behind this asshole? Ugh. Upload the Stuck in the Mud song so you can put it in your car. I could try. I know how to drive. Can you believe this thing acting like I don't know how to drive? Lady, I'm trying to get over. Lady! Fuck. Cut off by vegan land. You didn't even have to turn right! Make a quick save and see any swift trucks. Oh boy. Okay, 3,000 kilometers left, 41 hours, 70 hours, okay. Oof. Had a bit of a mishap there, but we're still good for it, I think, hopefully. We got plenty of gas. We're down to 2/3 of a tank, but yeah, it's more than enough in a Volvo. Go right the fuck back over this damn bridge. It's so freaking frustrating that this path, just them cutting off that part, just completely screwed everything. And then like having to drive down the wrong way to try and get anywhere, and then end up getting stopped by that and invisible walls, and it's like, ugh. We're just completely boned. Has to be like the worst blocked road I've ever encountered. Still plenty of time? Yeah. I was gonna just deal with the detour because, you know, I have a lot of time and a lot of distance to get there. Usually when you're detoured out that far away, it's not a huge deal. But yeah. Like, maybe I should have just tried to say fuck it and bash through the roadblock, because fuck. The second roadblock I encountered was worse than the first. Hi, Tara. I can't tell which way is which. Is out of my damn way, sir. Yes, I know there's a car in front of me. €202. You fucking greedy bastards. I really gotta wait till I'm over here before I can go over 30 kilometers an hour. Have I ever had teeth crack apart despite brushing them every day? Yeah, that was one of the catalysts for me to be like, what the fuck is going on? Because you hear about how, oh yeah, bad teeth is because you don't brush. And honestly, that's mostly to instill in children the importance of brushing, which is important, but let me tell you something. I have known a great many people who don't brush. Their teeth are not nearly worse than mine. And I have known people with bad teeth, and it was not because they did not brush. Now, the catalyst I was talking about was when I was getting my wisdom teeth in. Now, at this point, my molars are pretty much all gone anyway. So, I was personally kinda hyped to have teeth. I'm like, oh boy, teeth. I would love to have some fucking teeth. I am going to love and cherish these teeth like nothing else. So you bet your ass. I brushed, I flossed, I mouthwashed, I took the most pristine care of my wisdom teeth that you can imagine for all of 2 weeks, and then they fell apart. So, that led me wondering, like, hey, clearly, brushing didn't fucking help whatever the hell the problem is I have that makes my teeth fall apart. That's when I did my research and found out about exactly how childhood, malnourishment can severely impact your dental health. Eat a caterpillar from Farscape when you put it in your mouth and it cleans your teeth. I have not seen Farscape, but I'll take it. Brush my teeth, mouthwash almost every day, but top, back teeth, and both sides still broke apart almost all the way to the root. Yeah. If there is a underlying medical condition or issue that will prevent the teeth from growing right, then it really doesn't matter how well you brush and take care of them. They are gonna be fuckered, which really sucks. Okay, there goes that waypoint, and that means the rest of here should be fine as long as you don't have any road closures. Kate's dentist went to take out your back teeth when they didn't have to. It's just one of those things when I don't like there are people who it is very common for there to be problems with wisdom teeth. But I personally don't understand the reflexive need to just yank them out of your mouth no matter what. It's like, can we see if there's a problem first? I mean, do we rip out everyone's appendix immediately? Like, no. Have a bum tooth somewhere, don't know which one, but sometimes it hurts when you chew. Scared to go to the dentist? Well, I mean, for me, the amount of dental work I had has really helped my quality of life. My skull doesn't hurt all the time whenever there's a storm nearby, which is handy because there's a lot of storms around here. But yeah, bad teeth, cracked teeth, that can lead to abscesses, and abscesses are immensely painful, and I would highly suggest having the teeth removed. Prevent the abscesses. Why are we having Christmas music right now? Bottom wisdom teeth grow sideways. See the side tooth come out, top ones are removed. First encounter with the dentist was not pleasant. He didn't even wait for the stuff to kick in. Yeah, that's a terrible dentist right there. Just shove the hook and start digging the original 2 front teeth out. Oh. I was supposed to go around, not through the... Mariah Carey is not far. No, no. Okay. We got a power nap in, the amount of sleep we need. Our rest time changed from 7 hours from now to 9 hours from now. Oof. Yeah, that's one thing I really like about my dentist is if you say you feel things, he stops and he doubles up your numbness until you're like, oh yeah, I don't feel anything, and then he'll work on you. And I've actually, like, he's the only dentist I've had that has actually done that. Like, I remember a different dentist before where I was like, I feel that, and their response was, no, you don't, and they kept working. And it's like, fucking A, what? The hell do you mean, no, I don't? Like, do they get charged for the Novocaine, or they really just want to do the bare minimum and not give a fuck? I mean, I understand the ad definitely costs money to have, but, I mean, how much money is what I'm talking about? Like, is it really that much where they're like, ah, fuck it, this just cause pain and misery? Kind of weird they tell you, don't pick your teeth with sharp objects, and the first thing you grab is a hook. Yeah. Got the dentist from Little Shop of Horrors. Oh boy. Like, I brush every night. I floss with a water pick that's loaded with Listerine. Like, I go kind of ham on my dental hygiene. I've always been kind of ham on my dental hygiene. I've really hated having bad teeth. And I've had bad teeth since I've had teeth. And I've had... Geez, how many abscesses have I had? I don't have them anymore, but I used to have them very frequently. Go, asshole. I understand how zipper merges work in this game. You go, I wait. I just remember years and years and years just having... Are people very aggressive? Like, not even online, just like shitty coworkers being like, brush your fucking teeth. And it's like, number one, I do. Number two, what the fuck magic toothpaste do you know of that will grow teeth? And where can I get it? God! Motherfucking frauding bastards! Get... Oh, now you change lanes. Okay, we got red roofs over here. And it looks like a cathedral over there. And another one like next door.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
He should have stopped for me. Why does trucks gotta go 60 here? Everyone else can go 80. I gotta go 60. I don't think I need to learn how to drive. I think everyone else needs to learn how to drive around me. Now I'm allowed to go 80. Oi. And now I gotta go... Are you fucking kidding me? The second the speed limit dropped to 60. Cop right there was like, I see that! And now it's 80 again. Ugh. Well, I didn't know it would... I was still trying to get up to the speed limit that I was for the place I was at. I was still... We slow down at a pit stop and get a $3,500 fine. I didn't even realize we had the little sunroof. There's old asphalt. The city we will never go to, asphalt, because it does not exist. It is not a city. That was a trucker that would transport lumber? How carefully? Curious. But if this is going to be our final Betsy, we could try and... Oh, we got a little bed on this Betsy. Not bad. Not bad for a Euro truck. We could try actually sprucing her up a bit. There was a disease called Asperger's. He put burgers down his pants. I did not see that episode. But I do remember Shane Black's the Predator. And the bullies, who would say how they would enjoy eating nice juicy Asperger's. And I just there looking at those bullies like, what the hell is wrong with you? One of those big 18-wheelers like to call Longhorns because of the exhaust pipes. Ah, okay. Yeah, I remember I did a reading of an early draft of the script for Shane Black's The Predator, and while there were some differences, actually there were a lot of differences. Interestingly enough, the Asperger's scene was there early on. In many revisions, at no point did Shane think maybe Asperger's is kind of stupid. It had a bed in the back and a TV, the built-in VHS player, TV and antenna. Okay, so we're talking a full cab. Not a little tiny day cab. Betsy, American Betsy, got a nice Peterbilt, but I got a day cab because it's more maneuverable and, well, it kind of doesn't matter if you have a bed and a TV in American Truck Simulator. It's just what the truck looks like rather than any effect on the gameplay. Though you'd think probably should have some effect. Like, if having a bed made it so my sleep was more restful and I didn't have to sleep as much, hell yeah. Of course, generally speaking, the regulations around that are that you need to sleep at least so much. You need to take at least so many hours of rest. As someone with Asperger's, I can confirm that people constantly try to eat my big, juicy Asperger's. Ah, damn it. Okay, 2,400 kilometers. Finally past the hump of that previous fuckery. Just keep on trucking. Now, all things considered, with the head-on collision with the invisible wall we had at 120 kilometers an hour, I feel like the, what was it, €3,000 repair bill? It wasn't that bad. In 4 hours, half a tank, we're good. Crazy how much truckers have to pay for gas and repairs just to deliver their loads. Yeah, well, fortunately in American Truck and Euro Truck Sim, the pay is ridiculous. So, I don't mind so much. Especially since I can just own a trucking company like that with very little investment and then just start making shit tons of money. Supply, demand, what's that? Competitors? What competitors? Speaking of bed, maybe you can recall another movie I tried to remember. It's the story of a man that owned a huge farmland and decided to forever stay in bed. And a little dog that did the errands for him. The entire town was trying to force him out of bed. I'm drawing a blank there. Sounds like a bit of a trip, though. Is this a problem with... Like, are you guys seeing the lurching as well, or is it just me? Because I'm seeing some serious lurching. Yeah, oh crap. Well... Okay, there we go. Oi! I'm wondering if this is a problem in Euro Truck Sim or if this is a problem in my VR headset. We are having major lag right now. Whoa! Like, are you guys seeing super lag, or is it just... Is it just me? Well, yeah, you're saying a few lag moments. I am driving through a sea of lag right now. Like, time is slowing down and speeding up a lot. Both! Yeah, I'm frozen right now, completely okay, now I'm back. Now I'm free, like... This is getting too unplayable. Oh boy. I'm trying to figure what I can do to fix this. Because, well... It's gonna be hard to deliver 2,300 more kilometers a... Oh, whoa! Okay. Here's the plan. Park and brake on. We are completely frozen right now? Okay. So, I'm going to attempt to... Wait, what the woof? A desktop plus. Move that. Move that. Okay, so we got that going there. Okay. I'm going to quit virtual desktop, and I'm going to reset my Quest headsets. I still see some lag going on there. What's going on? No, I just turned on virtual desktop again. Crap. Okay. Trying to see if restarting the headset will have any effect. Oh. Oh. Something running in the background. The problem is what? Like, I'm not recording, I'm not doing anything, and it's just... Like... Hey, nothing's... I feel like it'd be memory. Okay. So I'm using 4 gigs for ETS. Chrome is actually, like, minimal Chrome right now. I don't have many tabs open. Automated update? I mean, maybe, but I don't see what's going on. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we'll get back into virtual desktop. Okay, we're back in. Oh, I'm... I think the lag we were having here on PC was because it was having difficulty communicating with the headset, because the headset was doing something, maybe an automated update in the background, but whatever it was doing, it was taking way too many resources. And so because Virtual Desktop was struggling to communicate with the headsets, it was causing the game to start treating it like it was a background operation, so it was decreasing the amount of it was, you know, it was causing more lag on the program, which was causing more lag in the headset, and the headset kept having its problems, and everything just was like, ah. Yeah, everything seems smooth now. And maybe commies were spying, or it was just a memory leak. The Virtual Desktop recently had an update. It might have messed something up. But it was going... It went from occasional, huh, to this is completely unbearable. How long did that take? What the... Oh, shit, it's almost 10 already. And I still have 2,000... Ah, boy. Ah, boy. We didn't finish a job, and I can't stay here for 2,000 miles. Fuck. Oh, 2,000 kilometers? Fuck. And it's just... Like, I didn't even do a job then. We had to go that length to get this truck, which was great, but then we had to wait for the truck, which kind of sucked. And then we got the one job, but these are Euro kilometers. Kind of like Texas miles versus California miles. I can just take so much so far in American Truck Sim. But I like this new truck. I just really wish I had more money and I could buy more garages and trucks and keep this going. Oh, should have stopped there. That was a rest stop. Wasn't thinking. Turbo Kid. I'm not sure what Turbo Kid is. Yeah, looks like we have a rest stop over there. Over in Dortmund. Of course, we also have another one coming up ahead. Five garages and 15 workers. That's not bad. I have 11 workers right now. But in America, I have 200. Oh, I have workers in America. Fantastic low-budget Canadian movie. Oh, we are screwed. Yeah, Space Oddity, I think that the maximum is either 300 or 350. Then you're just not allowed to have any more. There's more garage slots, but there's just no more workers to put in them. So I'm going to get all the workers I can, and then I'm just going to buy every garage. Because I can. And then I'm going to upgrade all my garages, because I can. And then I'm going to hope that one day, maybe they'll add more workers. They probably won't, because only psychopaths like me would even get close to the maximum. And at the maximum, there's really no need. Like, there's no need for more than 15 workers. But... I've heard that the computer does the calculations for all the workers, but I'm not 100% sure on exactly what, like, how they mean that. God! Why you gotta be such an annoyance about it? Okay. Play Space Engineers 2, but your video card is not adequate. Crocodile Island. Got a giant mutant crocodile and giant mutant spiders. Asphalt. This way. What do they mean when they say it's AI powered, like a computer? I don't know, it doesn't really make sense to me. Suppose, oh, damn it, I got the dang things. They're like, you're trying to turn around, right? It's like, no, actually, I was trying to go the thing. Yeah, we got rest stops over there. So what? Rest stops near the gas station. So it's just that's right. Dang it. Like saying, the computer is powered by Clippy. Yeah. I mean... like, I have been neck deep in AI for so long, and it's like... I mean, there's tensor cores and stuff, but a lot of the AI stuff that they're just kind of jamming into Windows anymore in the operating system and the programs is cloud computed. Like it has nothing to do with the hardware of the computer itself. So, huh? There is the song of quitting time. Where the heck is my dang phone? Somewhere. Can't turn it off because it's not within arm's reach. But bring old Betsy over here and collapse. And we gotta back into this thing. This ain't even a parking challenge. Oh. Oh, we're taking 2 spots, but, you know. All things considered, these guys should be happy we didn't run into him. Ugh. No! Okay. So, that is that. How is our... Okay, we have 259,000 euros in the pocket, so we've been making some pretty good passive income. Still not the 500,000 we need, but that's all the time we got. My phone is going off, so... Ugh. Woo! Thank you all for watching. I've been Texan Shado, and remember, when you are connected by many, 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 many things, every single one of them has to be working right, or the whole thing fucks up. Okay, so let's see. What do we have in terms of rateable? Alrighty. Got... That doesn't look like Forza Motorsport. What the hell is that? That might be Monster Hunter. I think it's Monster Hunter. I can be very sure it is not Forza Motorsport. But Thick Black Daddy says he's playing a car game, so let's act like he is. See ya there.